Russia launched a submarine with nuclear missiles. Various media and news outlets claim that Russia is very close to taking nuclear military action. The world fears a possible new Cold War or even a Third World War, which, as you can guess, is going to be catastrophic. Now, the entirety of this drama is centered around the unique Russian submarine, the Belgorod, which could be the major player in triggering the next World War. In this video, we dive deep and take a look at the possibility of Russia taking major decisions that could shift the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war and possibly change the world. Before we begin with this video, if you are new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell for the latest notifications and updates. That way, you'll never miss a video from us. With that said, let's not waste any more time and let's get right into today's content. Various news outlets suggest that the Russian nuclear submarine, the Belgorod, has vanished from its base and is currently operating on the surface in the Arctic. The whereabouts of the Belgorod has captured headlines around the world. With a degree of hysteria, there have been reports that it has been deployed with its nuclear apocalypse and doomsday weapons, even that it has disappeared. The K-329 Belgorod is a modified design of the Oscar II class Russian nuclear submarine. It was originally laid down in July 1992 as a Project 949A cruise missile submarine, but later was redesigned and the partly built hull was used to be reconfigured as a special operations vessel able to operate unmanned underwater vehicles. The vessel was relayed in December 2012. Due to chronic underfunding, its construction was suspended, then resumed at a low rate of progress before the ship was redesigned to become a unique vessel, the first Russian 5th-generation submarine according to the Ministry of Defense. The K-329 Belgorod, along with the Status-6 Oceanic Multipurpose System, was one of the last weapons system presented by Russian President Vladimir Putin during his annual speech on March 1, 2018. It was tested at sea in 2022 and was commissioned by the Russian Navy in July this year. The submarine was delivered to the Russian Navy on 8 July 2022. The Belgorod is a unique submarine. She is around 178 meters long, 15 meters wide, and in the region of 30,000 tons. This makes it by far the largest built anywhere in the world since the famous Typhoon class. She is armed with a Poseidon strategic weapon, which itself is unique. The US Navy describes Poseidon as the intercontinental nuclear-powered nuclear-armed autonomous torpedo, which combines incredible range with hard-to-kill performance. There is a concern that with current weapons, it is effectively unstoppable once launched. Let's now take a look at how Russia plans to use this weapon. The Belgorod project is aimed at the development of a multi-role submarine platform with wide range of intelligent capabilities in addition to its combat role. Among the strategic aims which have influenced the redesign of the K-329 Belgorod is desire to set up and exploit the Arctic shelf is a major geostrategy objective for the Kremlin in the short to medium term, mostly for exploitations of energy resources in the high north, but also for control of the increasingly important sea trade route through the Arctic oceans due to the melting of the Arctic ice. An example for this shifts towards the Arctic region can be seen in a new project to modernize and deploy a network of solar listening stations positioned on the Arctic seabed, codenamed Harmony. High-ranking officials at the Pentagon, as well as officers from other NATO member states, have expressed their concerns in the period between the end of 2015 and the end of 2017 about the Russian plans for undersea cables for telecommunications. The new objective in April 2021 from the Russian Defense Ministry to send the K-329 into service in the Pacific Zone comes with rising military tensions in the North Pacific. At the time of the submarine's commissioning in July 2022, it was reported that she would operate in an initial experimental role with the Northern Fleet before transferring to the Pacific. Was the Belgorod involved in the Nord Stream attack? Another topic which needs addressing is the leaks in the Nord Stream gas pipes under the Baltic on September 26. These are believed to have been a deliberate act of sabotage, and Russia is a candidate. Belgorod has another important capability as well as carrying Poseidon. She can act as a mother submarine or host platform for special deep-diving midget submarines which operate on the sea floor. Russia has a fleet of these mother submarines for seabed warfare. Technically, Belgorod will be suited to carry out such an attack, even in relatively shallow water, and media did turn to her as the best-known example of this type of special mission submarine. However, it is highly unlikely that she was involved. She is known to have been observed in the Barents Sea on September 22nd and again on September 27th. This makes it impossible for her to have been in the Baltic at the time of the attacks. And looking at her past sailing plans, it is equally unlikely that sailed to the Baltic beforehand. This does not rule Russia out as being behind the attacks, but it does eliminate Belgorod as a suspect. That's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed watching this one. Thank you for watching.